Hello and welcome to Knife Delights. Hey, it's Friday afternoon. The work week is done. Well, I got a little more computer work to do here at home tonight, but hey, it's been a long, hectic week. I'm just so happy that it's done with. Got the weekend to look forward to, and I thought I was going to celebrate and relax just a little bit here. And the way I like to relax is, well, I like to restore old knives. Look what we have here today. This is an Imperial Fish Knife that I picked up here just a couple weeks ago. Again, it's a fish knife is basically a toothpick with some sort of an addition to turn it into a fish knife. So this one actually is a two-bladed fish knife, so it has a hook degouger on the end, and of course the scaler, and looks like a cap lifter right there. So we'll just kind of do some before and after here. You can see we got rust on the bolsters. The blades are dirty. Yeah, they just need to be cleaned up. It's not an even patina, so I'm going to go ahead and try to shine these up the best I can. Got more rust down there on those bolsters. So, yeah, a lot of rust there. I'm going to do my best to get all of that. There's rust there. Yeah, now it has a decent snap yet. Well, that blade doesn't. So we're going to try to remedy that. But the blade looks pretty good. I don't think it's hardly been used. There's the sharpening choil there, so you can see there's plenty of blade here left. Tip's not broke. So I think this is going to turn out to be a wonderful project. You can see these wonderful mother of pearl covers here. Of course, the Imperial crown there. We've got a threaded bolster. Yeah, threaded bolsters on each end. Just a wonderful knife. There's a shot at the tang stamp. So I think what I'm going to do here for this restoration video is I'm just going to explain the steps that I'll be performing on this, and then I'll actually just perform it, and that way I can speed it all up and make the video go a lot faster. Please let me know in the comments below if I speed it up too fast, if you like how I do that. It does take a little bit of time to do all of this, so, I don't want the video to be an hour long. But let me know if I speed it up too fast, if in future videos you'd rather I slow it down a little bit so, it's easier to follow. I've been doing about 2 times normal speed. Maybe you think I could speed it up even a little bit more and it wouldn't lose the value. So please let me know. I like making these videos. It's relaxing for me, but hey, I always have the viewer in mind, and I want to do it the way that it best presents itself to you. So to get started, the first thing I do is I open the blades, and I check down into the channels, and I look for pocket lint and things like that. So I'm going to scrape those out. A lot of times I'll then soak it in mineral oil, but I got time to actually do the cleaning today, so I'm going to do that and not take the time to soak it first. I'm sure we'll be doing a mineral oil bath after I all get it done, but this can be picked up at Walmart. It's in the pharmacy aisle, and it's like $2 for a bottle of this, so it's very, very cheap and yet very effective cleaner and lubricant. Mineral oil does a lot to restore. After that, I'll be using my Dremel. I just got a polishing pad there, felt polishing piece, and I get these from Hyper Tough. Get those at Walmart. What else we got here? This is the rubbing compound that I'll be using initially on the knife to clean it with. And let me see, is there anything else? No, that should do it. So, oh yeah. After doing some of the cleaning, I'm going to get a cleaning pad. I'm going to be touching up like right along here. You want to make sure those back springs, when you put the blade at half stop, that back spring pops up. So always want to make sure and get that scraped off well. Make sure it's clean. That affects the walk and talk to it. And when you're cleaning down in here, you really want to make sure you get into all the little nooks and crannies. And then when you close it, again, you want to get clean. Whoops, get back in frame. Clean all of this back in here. So, yep, that's what you need to do. Of course, we got rust on the back springs there too. See that? Let's see what we can do to get this knife cleaned up. Okay, and here we go. Well, I just thought we'd stop and check our progress here. As you can see, that bolster's looking a lot better already. Yeah, it's going to take some work here. But look at that. I thought that rust was down there pretty deep and it was going to be hard to come off. There's one little spot there yet. But you can see, starting to look pretty nice here. Check our back springs out here a little bit. They're starting to come clean. These bottom bolsters, the powder horn here, they're starting to look really nice. Yep, they're starting to clean up real nice. Yep. Then our main blade, of course, it's cleaning up nice too. And I got to thinking, I need to change my wheel here. You can see especially on the blades, it really wears those wheels out pretty quick. Now I've used these on this wheel on a couple other knives, but I think maybe it's looking pretty worn. Maybe it would be best just to stop here, do my mineral oil soak, get all the channels cleaned out good and the back springs good. And see, we just don't have any snap there at all. And I don't know quite for sure why. Now you can see that back spring's lifting up, so there should be some snap in there. It just might need the oil. Because usually that's one way, if you're in an antique store and you want to check a knife, pull it out to kind of like the half stop area, see if that spring comes up. Usually, if that spring comes up, you're going to be able to restore the snap. Not always, but if that spring doesn't raise up, that means it's worn on the blade, and it's just slipping by it too easy and not lifting it up, and you can't restore that snap. But anyway, starting to look a lot better already. So let's put her in our mineral oil and let her soak, maybe an hour or two on this one. I took the knife out of the mineral oil and let it drip dry. It soaked for several hours. Now it's just a matter of getting it all wiped down. Again, it's kind of a messy process with the mineral oil, but it's worth it. It's worth it. You can see how it's loosened up some stuff here. Some rust down in there. It's getting it out. Down there around the tang. Yep. It cleans it up good. Helps loosen it up. I wonder if this got any snap yet. I think this was the blade, didn't have any snap. Nope, still doesn't have any snap. So we're going to have to get them pivots cleaned out a little better. Now we've got some oil down in there and it's soaked. Hopefully, when I start cleaning out those pivots, I'll get some stuff out of there and it'll bring the snap back to that blade. Yep, they just don't, well, they got some walk, but they just don't have any talk, do they? So that's my next step. Now that I got it oiled down, I'll start cleaning out those channels and pivots really well. Well, it's time to get this video wrapped up. I'm sorry I had to do some very heavy editing. The video got very long. I did a lot of work off camera using the same steps. I ended up soaking it a second time in the mineral oil and cleaning everything out. Unfortunately, I did not restore the snap, the torque to this. All I can think of is maybe it's the liners are bent in here somewhere. I don't know. I can continue to look at it, but it just doesn't want to close very nice. Maybe it needs more soaking. I don't know, but that's kind of disappointing. There's still a little like rust spots there on the bolsters here and there. The back springs, they cleaned up pretty nice. I could keep working on them and get them shinier, but you know, sometimes you reach a point of diminishing returns. Someday I might break it out and continue working on it. You can take really fine sandpaper, like start out, well, I finish up with like a 2000 grit. Go back and forth this way and back and forth this way. And at worst, what you end up is with a frosted or matte type finish instead of shiny, but that's okay too. Yeah, after doing some more cleaning on the blades with the Dremel and all, why, this is kind of what we ended up with. Hold on just a second. And then I just did a little bit of hand polishing. I need to clean that polish off. Just a little bit of hand polishing with some case paste while I watched a couple other knife videos. So is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. But my main goal always is to remove all the rust. Kind of get it restored back looking as good as I can. Again, I could continue working on that blade some more, but I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, let me wipe these bolsters off just a little bit. Get the rest of that polish off. You can see they look pretty good. So there you have it, folks. We've got a nice, clean, restored Imperial Fish Knife. And by doing this and keeping it oiled, we'll keep it from further deteriorating and rusting and causing pitting and things like that. So let me know in the comments below what you think. It's been a long video, but if you've watched to this point, why, I appreciate you taking the time to watch it. And as always, have a very delightful day.